I spent so many nights sleeping on me, but I finally realized I'm all that I need. I'm that girl, been that chick, never needed no one else. I've been that bitch, lady on my line, a couple on the side. Baby, I'm a dime, that face card don't decline. So tell me what it's giving, oh, I can tell you're living for this, what you've been missing for. Tapping into my energy, bad bitch energy.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, my kings and some queens. I hope that everybody's having a wonderful day. I hope that you didn't let nobody disturb your peace. And I hope you're in a good mood, okay? Now, I told you fellas I was coming for y'all. So I'm coming for y'all. And I hope that these affirmations help y'all. Because again, there are a lot of men that don't understand how to deal with their emotions. I'm not saying everybody don't. There are a lot of men that don't know how to handle their emotions. So I'm just going to give y'all a couple of affirmations that y'all can use every day in your life. It's up to you what you decide to do with them and which way you decide to move forward with them. So welcome to Stu Queen B's Thoughts. I'm Stu Queen B, and this is my channel. We are the Royal Gladiators over here because we never give up and we never give in. And like I fixed my tagline, and it says, I am my sister and my brother's keeper, because that I am. And that's for men that are being men, not men that are acting like boys. Because those are kings. We are queens and kings over here. Okay? So I'm going to read y'all part of this affirmation for Black men. Powerful daily affirmation to motivate yourself every day and boost your self-confidence, your self-esteem, success, wealth, and embrace your true self. This book is by the name of Jeremy Cobb. So I'm going to read chapter 1. Hopefully it won't be too long because I know YouTube will only let you upload for an hour. So if it comes out to be more than an hour, I will be reposting the second half tomorrow. Okay? So it says, chapter 1, what are affirmations? Let me turn this down at least so I know y'all hear me. Because I can hear it. And sometimes if I can hear it, I feel like it's too loud to y'all. But anywho, and I want y'all to hear what I'm saying. What are affirmations? When you Google the word affirmation, two sets of definitions come up. One, the action and the process of affirming something, which isn't a very helpful description of the word. And the other, emotional support or encouragement. This word is thrown around a lot in this day and age, especially because of social media. But what is it really? I can tell y'all what it is, but I'm gonna wait. Affirmations can be a word you repeat to yourself at specific times, positive words that encourage you and uplift you. These statements can be written down repetitively, and they can be written on paper in a spot where you can see them often, so that it's always at the front of your conscious mind. Some things that no one ever talks about is how affirmations on their own aren't anything but just words. Together, them to mean something and not just feel like a broken record, there needs to be an understanding of one's basic core principles. Self-talk. Get on down to page 2. What exactly is self-talk? It is the inner monologue going through your head while you are going about your day. The commentary one makes to its themselves about everything that they see or feel. It is when you recall an incident in your own head. Excuse me. The answer is no. Self-talk is so much more than that. It is the ability to talk to yourself in a valuable way. It is to be able to explain matters of yourself in kind and maturing way. You're the only person that understands yourself completely. So instead of searching and relying on completely one external validation, be able to talk and to comfort yourself in art. Hmm. The questions that arises next naturally is how can you become a master in your self-talking? Is there a particular way to do it? There are different ways to talk to yourself. The simple one thing, the simple one being is just to sit and talk. Find a quiet space away from distractions and talk to yourself like an old friend. It can be out loud, it can be also a conversation inside your head. Making sure to steer yourself back to the topic on hand when your thoughts inevitably stray to something else. Sorry, y'all, if y'all hear that motorcycle outside. Others may find it easier to talk themselves into a mirror. Sometimes even imagine you're talking to a higher self or even an elder or more mature yourself that's here to guide you in a kind way. As a grown man with extremely endless list of responsibilities, it is important you forcefully take some time out by yourself to sit and talk to yourself and deal with your emotions in a positive and constructive way. Oh Lord, this is a good one. And again, this is just explaining about what affirmations are for. Mastering the art of self-talk isn't easy. It can take time and patience. The natural response of a normal brain would be to ridicule this practice and deem it in particular. But there are millions of people out there that work through most of their own problems by talking their way through it. When we can consult external sources, we don't always hear what we want to hear because no one knows exactly what to say. Some of what they say may hit the spot. Other things may completely miss, and that's okay. However, you are with yourself, you know all the right things to say. You know how to comfort your inner child. You know exactly when tough love needs to be come into play. This is not to say that relying on your loved ones is wrong. Everyone needs people to talk to, but what you can do for the inner working of your brain, no one else can do. Also, I almost forgot, y'all. My bad. Please, when you come in, or at least before you leave the channel, I would appreciate if you hit the like button. That's a free way to support the channel. If you ever want to donate to the channel, feel free to send a super chat, a super sticker, a super thanks, whatever. Or best one is to do my Cash App until all my ducks are completely in a row. But that is up to you guys. If you choose to do that, thank you, and I appreciate you very much. And shout out to Toot Latrice. I appreciate her as well. Cash App yesterday. And to one of my subscribers, thank you for the other Cash App. I truly appreciate it because it does not have it has a regular name on it, and I refuse to say people's regular names unless they give us permission, and I refuse to do that. But anyway, where was I at? Okay, consulting external services, we don't always hear what we want to hear because no one knows exactly what to say. Okay, I did that part. You know how to confirm your inner child. Excuse me. You know exactly when tough love needs to come into play too. This is not to say that relying on your loved ones is wrong. Everyone needs people to talk to, but what can you do for the inner worship working of your brain and no one else can do. I had to read that over. Another aspect of self-talk, which is very crucial, is a very crucial component, excuse me, is staying positive. It is very easy to fall into the cycle of negative thoughts or being too hard on yourself already, fragile self. But it is important to constantly remind yourself that the main reason for self talk is to seek a comforting conversation. It is to be there for yourself in a way no one can. So being too harsh is counterproductive. The world is already hard on everyone and might as well be a good and supportive listener to you. The the political climate of today's world is hard on everyone, and people of our own community have it harder than any other with more pressure to deal with. So the sooner you are able to find comfort within yourself, the earlier you are able to navigate the traits that follow Black men in a healthy way. Now, at this point, it would be a good idea for you to put the book down and see if you can get the hang of self talk. It is not an easy thing to the master. You get better at time. Wait, nope, I messed that up. You get better at it the more you do it. And with time, it begins to feel more natural and less awkward. You'll need to experiment a little and see what suits you as a person. But this process isn't a particularly difficult one, especially if you keep your eyes on the prize and remember why you are doing all this. To find comfort within yourself, you'll be able to go, you'll be able to get the hang of it with ease. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a little long. Now to the point, affirmations. Once you in the middle, excuse me, once you have I can't read today, y'all. Once you're in the habit of being able to talk to yourself with ease and grace, it's time to understand affirmations. To affirm yourself of something is essentially convince yourself of something. It is a measuring way. No, it's not a persuade. It's not to persuade yourself to the diet and have massive pieces of cake, but rather to reassure yourself that you're okay. And let me say this as well to my kings that come through, because these affirmations are for y'all. And I want y'all to understand if that we have become a familyhood over here, like we have going on a lot of channels on YouTube, feel free if you're going through something and you need to talk, feel free to call. Hit me up on Instagram. Don't call me, but text me on Instagram and we can go from there. My Instagram is the Stu Queen Bee's Thoughts 1. That is my YouTube. That is my Instagram channel. And if you feel free and you want to save me as a friend, feel free, but let me know because there are so many people that keep coming, sending me friend requests. I don't know who they are. They don't have pictures. And I know that there's a lot of scammers going on Instagram. They'll put, especially men from other countries or whatever, and they lie because I ran across that the other day. And that man asked me where I lived at, and I asked him where he lived at. When he told me, the next thing he knew, when you hear a man tell you on online, they run across you talking about, oh, you're beautiful, and I was looking for somebody that I know in my past. Don't listen to that because that's a lie. It's a bait. Then they'll ask you who you are, where you live, do you have children? And once you ask them where they live, they will tell you, oh, I'm from such and such state, but I'm working in, they could say South Africa, Greece, somewhere else. And then the other part of the story will be most of the time, they were married for a long period of time and they have children. And he said he had to leave his child with his mother because he couldn't take care of her. The other one said that the child passed away in a car accident with the mother. And they was just lying. But those are those scammers and schemers. Check when you don't know somebody on Instagram or something, make sure you check their page, because people that have only 4 pictures on there and most of them really ain't about them, that's a fake and phony page. So just be mindful of that. Also, I want to say this. This has nothing to do with the fellows, but it might have something to do with some of the fellows. If you follow Queen Da Silva. Queen Da Silva has a channel on Patreon. Her picture, it's just a full warning, her picture is in color. If you are giving money to that picture that's black and white, that is the wrong the Silva Silk. It's the wrong one. So report that channel as much as you can if you go into it, because I got hoodwinked with it and I thought it was hers, but come to find out she has two. But let me get on back on down to reading. Where was I at? Okay. Affirmation can be about anything. They can be about how you want to set the tone of the rest of your day. For example, I won't let anything get me to the rest. I will not wait. I won't let anything get to me for the rest of the day. Repeat these words to yourself with conviction. Will help your consciously remember to ignore anyone or anything disrupting your peace. Another example of positive affirmations is I won't be too hard on myself today. This helps you stay kind to yourself even in frustrating moments, and allows you to register these simple statements in a different way so that you can at least attempt to be less harsh with yourself. Over time, those words will start to stick, and you will notice a major difference in your own thoughts process and change for the better. Okay. There's a different types of affirmations also. Short-term ones that may change on a day-to-day basis based on the situation at hand. Long-term ones from those changes you want to bring to your thinking permanently over a period of time. Thought affirmations are usually used in moments of stress, anger, or generally throughout the day to curb those extreme emotions. You can also have phases. You can have phase thoughts out and set aside for what and when you're happy. That sounds weird, but it is silly. It's a silly thought. Who would need reassuring words when they're happy, right? Well, there's a few different ways to look at it. One, some people struggle with living in the moment. They overlook general fear of the future is so deep rooted that even in blissful moments, they can't help but think about the future. Not just the future. They think about their responsibilities, their to-do list, all sorts of things because they're unable to truly enjoy their particular moment. That's why I say about a lot of people when they video record everything when they go out, because you don't live in that moment. And it's important to live in that moment in your life or where you're at. Where was I at? It is difficult for them to truly soak the moment in. Second, a lot of people tend to have their guard up in moments of happiness, as if allowing themselves to feel that experience will ruin it somehow. For these people, too, affirmations at the moment will calm them down and remind them that it is okay to enjoy every minute that you have. I know I went on to have it, and that wasn't even the word. So I told you. Every minute that you can, because you can't predict the next event. Might as well soak it all up and now. Excuse me. There's no reason to feel overwhelmed at this point. In this upcoming chapter, there are an entire list of pre-made affirmations that you can use. And there are also instructions on how you can write your own. They are carefully curated to catch to the emotional needs of Black men and the problem they face in the day-to-day basis, both internally and emotionally. The different types of affirmations will be explored through the course of this book. Nothing about this process is too scientific or too difficult to grasp and implement. Just need some willpower and a need to bring positive change into your life. Now, we all know that everybody's going through a lot. Even our men are going through a lot. We got a lot of boys going through a lot, but those boys put those things on themselves. But when it comes to Black men out here, the men of color, I want y'all to stand up and straighten your crowns. I need y'all to focus on your inside part. Stop worrying about the outside part. You can work on the outside part, but if your heart ain't right and your spirit ain't right, and you're looking for a mate, you're not going to find that perfect mate, because that perfect mate for you, you're going to run them away. So be cautious with that. And whether you're a believer in God, Allah, Jesus, Jehovah, Joshua, um, whatever you call God, He is still the same entity, and He is the beginning of it. He is the beginning, the end, and that's just it. We don't take it upon ourselves. We try to think we can stop things from happening that are supposed to happen. So put your faith in God and allow God to guide your footsteps. I tell that to my sisters all the time. So y'all make sure y'all put your foot down. Don't let no woman, don't let no kids, don't let nobody drive you crazy and stress you out, because it's not worth it. You come into this world, and I've been telling it to my son since he was young. You have came into the world, especially a Black man has came into this world with two strikes against them, and that is being born Black and that is being born male. They target our children, and I need men to stand up. I don't care if you don't have children and you date a woman that have children. Play that father figure for her, but don't be disrespectful to her or her children. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, you would want your lady to take care of your child just as if it was your own child. So don't let people take your love and kindness for weakness. Don't let people take you and use your thoughts and your feelings and your emotions against you. Because like I tell my son as well to this day, don't never let nobody tell you you don't have the right to cry. Because God gave you tears for a reason. It could be happy tears, cry tears, sad tears. It could be whatever. He gave you tear ducts and tears for a reason. So don't hold that anger and that rage in, because if you hold that anger and rage in, y'all will end up in some stuff that you'll never be able to get out of. So my brothers, I pray for y'all, each and every one of y'all. I hope more will come through, and I hope y'all will learn these affirmations. And I'm also going to be covering men's mental health. I found out late that June was men's mental health, but I'm still going to give those to y'all because y'all deserve them. And that also lets more kings come over there and understand that I'm just not out here for my sisters. I am my brother's keeper as well, and I take it very seriously. So, to all the fellas that listen to this, feel free to share this video. Send some of your brothers over. Send some of you, if you got some young kids that are over 20, send them on over. If you got nephews that like positive things, send them on over. If you got nephews or brothers or somebody going through something in life, send them on over. Because I promise you, I just finished doing the Women of the Bible. If y'all want to check those out, feel free to go in that playlist and check them out. Because I want to be one of those people that pour into my people, not take from my people. Because we are all living a different type of life. We all have a lot of things we have to go by. Or she called me, I gotta call her back. But we have put up with a lot. And I need men to stand up and be men and stop acting like children. And I'm not talking specifically to y'all. I'm just talking about males in general. So let me fix that. Males in general. I'll say males in general. Um, what I was going to say. But yes, people need to learn to talk to their kids, not be their friends too much. You should never make somebody your friend when when they're your child. Okay, hold on for 1 second. Sorry about that, y'all. My phone went off. Anywho, I just got sidetracked with some shenanigans. And that's another thing I do. I don't do shenanigans or none of that. I had to make a decision, but I'll make a video about that later. But my kings and women that are raising kings, please use these affirmations for these young men. Let them get them some self-love, because there's a lot of males out here that don't have self-love, and they don't understand what real love is. I'm not saying all men, but there's a lot of men that don't understand what real love is. Okay? I hope y'all have a blessed and beautiful day. Don't let nobody disturb your peace. Make sure you thank God for waking you up this morning, because he didn't have to do it. And get y'all, some of y'all men, get them chips off y'all shoulders and hold your brothers accountable for their actions. Because when one black man does something bad and another black man does something bad, they lump y'all all in the same category. If you think I'm lying, go watch Mr. Roland Martin's live about how that orange demon, their president from 45, sat there and lied about black folks and make it seem like only black folks is dangerous and criminals. So be mindful of what you do. Make sure you always have somebody. If you're in an area you don't know, make sure you have somebody that has your back. Let your friends know, especially if you're younger. Let your friends know where you're going. Never disappear and don't let nobody know where you're going. That's to keep you safe and to keep your family safe, okay? So, like I said before, I hope y'all have a wonderful night. Don't let nobody disturb your peace. And I will catch y'all later. And I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, drop some ones in the chat. And definitely drop some crowns and some purple hearts in the chat. I use the crown for king and queens. And my hashtag has always been crown on. That's another reason why I love Sister April, because she started adding that in her thing. And that was one. But that is something I have been saying for the longest, and one of my other sisters. And God, please keep her safe, because I have not talked to her and I'm a little worried. But those crowns and those hearts, that's my love from you, from me to you. Those crowns is for me to tell you to straighten your crowns up. That's for the kings and the queens. Because men need to learn how to be men and stop trying to play the little boy role in a woman's life. You wouldn't want a woman to do that to you, so don't do it to them. But I thank y'all so much for coming through. I hope you really liked it. I hope it was enlightening for you. And I'll be doing chapter 2 tomorrow. Okay? So with that being said, y'all have a blessed and beautiful night. And love upon yourself. Love upon your family. Don't let nobody take your kindness for weakness. Okay? Don't let them do that. And with that being said, it's a stupid queen be out, y'all. Have a blessed one.
I spent so many nights sleeping on me, but I finally realized I'm all that I need. I'm that girl, been that chick, never needed no one else. I've been that bitch, plenty on my line, a couple on the side. Baby, I'm a dime. That face card don't decline. So you've been missing, boy.